the broke women of today, the new bugaboos, the new scrubs. Yeah. Because if a man can't offer finances, he's a scrub, right? Like TLC taught us that.
True.
But what happens when a woman brings nothing to the table?
What you mean? They are the table, or so they like to say. And that's what they run with.
Ooh.
We are the table.
We about to get into it.
Probably.
Because the girls just like to do what they like to do. And one thing the girls like to do is let a man pay for it, as do I. But when it comes to dating, I mean, some guys will just give up the money though.
That's crazy work.
Then it's like, who's in the wrong? Her for wanting him to pay for everything, or him for doing it anyways without requiring anything of a woman?
Both.
Both?
In that sense, her wanting it, and then him just openly doing it.
So which party is causing the other?
I think they both woke up with that. They had the mindset when they woke up. And that's why they attracted each other.
Ooh,
she had the mindset of stepping out and somebody was going to pay for her. And he had the mindset that day when he stepped out he wanted to go pay for somebody.
Dang. It could not be me. Either party. Party. I don't know, because of course I'm going to feel like a man wants something.
True.
We know what they going to want.
True. And I'm not cliche enough
to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not finna pay for what.
Ooh, yeah. No. Don't ask me to pay for it, because I ain't paying for it. All right, so got a little short story. So there's a girl that met a guy. And so she was talking to him, and she was asking him what type of woman he's attracted to. And so when he was describing the type of woman, he was like, a woman that got, her own car, her own place to stay. She got some money in the bank. She got a career.
Okay.
And she got a good head on her shoulders.
Preferences.
Right?
Okay.
Which sounds good. While the girl was listening, she was like, I don't really have a few of those. Like, she has a car, but it was kind of raggedy. She had it, and she was still making payments, so she didn't quite own it. She didn't have a house. She was staying with roommates. And and she did not have money in the bank, and she also had bad credit. So she was like, that's not me. Like, she thought highly of herself, right?
Yeah.
But based on what he was describing, now she was like, am I up to par? Like, what is that? If you were having this conversation with a woman, single year, right? If you were having this conversation with a woman, she asked you that.
Ask me what am I looking for?
Yeah, and then that's what you laid out, She got a car, she got a house, she got some money, she got good credit, she's smart, she got a career going. And she started to look like, I don't fit that description.
Then we have to go through the list. Like, what parts of that description don't you fit? And then that would determine how the rest of the conversation will go.
And if she was like, okay, I got a car, I'm still paying on it, but it's kind of raggedy. I don't have a house. I got a job, but it's not really a career. I don't really know what I want to do. And I have terrible credit. Would you be like, you're not eligible? Like, you could be friends?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Because, if those are my
preferences, what if she was fine?
Fine don't fit those credentials.
Y'all were having, like,
a good time.
Good rapport. Yeah, y'all were having a good time.
Good time. That's good. That's good time. I'm glad we had that good time. That don't make you a lifetime.
Would you walk away from that conversation and be like, I'm never going to talk to her again?
Probably not. It would literally be based on how comfortable are you in your skin? Like, you comfortable enough to know you don't have these things? Okay, we noticed that. Do you have aspirations to achieve any of these things?
Yeah, she did.
And if she doesn't, say, okay, so why are we not achieving these things? What's holding you back? And then the conversation gonna break down, and then we'll get to the root of it. And if the root is something that is solvable and we connected, then you'll be on the roster.
Okay.
But I mean, where your place would be on the team, I don't know.
Okay.
Because you didn't fit a lot of, standards.
That's okay.
And when the shoe's on the other foot, men got to tread water with standards. Women don't necessarily tread water. The standard of a woman, the man got to be 6 feet taller, and that's it. A man can literally say, I don't like a woman that weighs over 200 pounds.
Ooh.
And right then and there, your instant reaction, right then and there, he's a bad person.
I mean, but you can. Fair enough.
See?
You can change all the other things.
Just that fast.
I'm about to say that.
Because you can't change being 5'10". You can't change being 5'11".
That's true.
But being overweight, you can change. Having a bad attitude about how you perceive short or tall people,
being broke, you can change
that. Being broke, you can change that. But that one thing, and that's such a huge thing.
But there are a lot of short guys getting girls still.
Not knocking, it's a lot of overweight people getting people too.
That's fancy.
So that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay.
That's the person you're training me. I'm just saying.
Not that.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But,
okay. Fair game on that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been like when men started having preferences, men started being labeled sassy. Men started being labeled all those weird phrases that women like to call men that have their own sense of mind. It's like, oh, he got emotions?
Okay.
Oh, he's sassy. Oh, he got his own thought outside of what American men are supposed to be? Oh, he a trouble. He a headache.
If he just not following the standard of pay for the woman, no matter what she brings to the table.
She is the table.
Stop
That's
that.
what they like to say.
If he don't follow that standard, then he not a man.
Not in today's society, no.
Okay.
No. If you're not paying for everything, if you're not the leader of the household, and making sure she's well taken care of in every financial status, then for a lot of people, no.
That's intense. I think that's intense because you can miss out on a lot. Like, I get it, wanting to have somebody to provide and to do that.
Definitely.
And I'm sure that's a comfortable lifestyle.
Yeah.
But if you're not bringing nothing to the table.
But that's going to slide into that 50-50. And that's what people
don't want that. People don't want that 50-50.
They don't even know what 50-50 means. Like,
I think it's just taken mostly in the financial aspect, of course.
And that's dumb. 50-50. 50-50 not even a thing. It's not a thing. There's no 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
We're not splitting anything down the middle. It's what you got, what I got, what we got, how we gonna make it work.
Yeah.
And some days it's, like I say, it's 90-10. 98-2. 100 and 0.
Facts.
It happens. But are you gonna thug it out? Are you gonna be able to make it work?
Yeah.
Basically.
Man, that's crazy. So here's our question. Are some women afraid of building with a man because they've never seen love built from scratch?
In our community, yeah, for sure.
I think that could be it. And then I could think maybe it's just they're tired of doing that. Because I think a lot of women have started from scratch with a guy.
Yeah.
And then it was like, this is taking too long.
Yeah.
So you get tired and frustrated. Yeah, you're just like, okay, scrap him. Let me go get the guy that got money already because what we doing?
Because I done ran through 5 that didn't have it together.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I don't know, because we didn't meet when we were grown. So I don't have that baggage of past relationships not working. Yeah. I think men and women are afraid of building with each other, especially today. That's why you got so many players, so many games that people play on social media and different social media outlets to be viewed and be seen. Yeah. That's what's more important. Yeah. Being seen, not necessarily building. Nobody's really worried about building. At least I don't see it a lot. I don't want to say people are not doing it. Yeah. We know there's someone out there, but apparently the dating folks are just out there running around. Just out there dating. Like,
There's no rules. There's no to me, the dating world seems like it's just so fragile. Everybody's just following social media or following all the bad advice and not really. And I mean, I get it. Maybe not being vulnerable, and I get that because if you just out there on apps and whatnot, you don't know who to trust.
Yeah.
But it's like at some point you have to open up, be real, have some real conversations, and
in those type of situations, I feel like that's
work.
You gotta pray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the work. The work is pray because a lot of people are like, oh, how do I know she the one? How do I know he the one? How do I know they're not just gonna play me?
Yeah.
Respectfully, if you had your relationship right with God, you would have the discernment between the people that you're talking to.
Okay.
You'd be able to spot you look like you just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
You look like you want to have a good time, but not for a long time.
Yeah.
You look like you just a wasting my time.
And what if somebody looks like and feels like they're in it, and then you find out they've been playing this whole time?
Me?
Yeah.
You gotta charge it to the game. Ooh. And that's such a hard pill to swallow.
That would make me so mad.
And it's supposed to. It's supposed to make you mad, but in those type of situations, there's usually somebody that you've done that to, knowingly or unknowingly.
Not the karma.
So it's like, you mad you got played. How many people you played?
Yikes.
How many people you done pulled along, knowingly, unknowingly?
Yeah.
How many guys you give your number to, knowing when they call or text you not gonna hit them back?
Ooh, not that.
So it's like inside the dating pool, people focus on the negativity that happened to them, but it's like, do you not remember old boy or old girl that's been blowing you up that you not really interested in?
Yeah.
You just became that person.
Ooh, yeah.
It's all about the perspective. What's the angle? How you viewing it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a scary world to try to build in right now.
Oh, definitely.
But building in general is scary because it's taking now faith. It's a trust that you can't see.
Yeah.
But one that should be a mutual feeling that if somebody asks both of you to explain it, you could be like, yeah. They there.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. So we want to know what y'all think. What's happening in this dating world? Are the women expecting too much and not giving enough? Are the men being crazy by going along with it? Or
should brothers stand up more? Stand on your ground.
Yeah.
Stop giving in to these sexual desires that your body gives off, and stop and listen to your brain.
Yeah.
Not the one in between your legs.
Ooh-wee. All right, so let us know in the comments. You can also DM us on Instagram if you don't want to have your comment or your story out in public on YouTube.
For sure.
I will be in those messages.
Boom.
All right, y'all. This has been Real Life. We'll catch y'all on Real Love.
Y'all take it easy. Have a good one.
Peace.